A man who wants to join in on all this chaos is Florida congressional candidate and the state's chief financial officer, and a good friend is Jimmy Patronis. Great to see you again, Jimmy. Thank you very much. First question, why the heck would you like to do this? I mean, I know you love to serve the country and particularly serve your state, but boy, what a mess. You really prepared for that?
Yes, sir. I tell you, and let me start off. Merry Christmas, David.
Merry
Great
Christmas.
to be with you. It's my family. We're inspired by the opportunity that this country still has a lot of great days ahead. We had an incredible visit with President Trump. Asked us to get into this. We made a change in our family's direction. My wife signed off on it. But we're going to be a part of turning this country around, and I'm excited about how the future holds. This last election sent a message loud and clear, whether it be through the popular vote or the Electoral College, that Democrats and independents are also sick of the bureaucracy breaking down things in Washington, D.C.
Now, you're not there yet, of course. You got some competitors out there, but you got a full endorsement, as you mentioned, from Donald Trump. I don't think your other competitors have that, right?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm very fortunate. President Trump sees an opportunity. I've got a great work product over the past years of service in the state of Florida. We're in the best fiscal health we've ever been. And look, I'm just a worker. I like to roll my sleeves up. I like to take care of the customer. I like to fix problems.
So how would, if you get elected and join the Congress on January 20th, what happens? How would you resolve this mess? Would you, for example, I put this to Pat Fallon earlier, would you be willing to accept a substandard continuing resolution in order to avoid a government shutdown, or would you go all the way with a government shutdown?
Well, what I appreciate with what we've seen, look, the Democrats have just totally brought our country to a grinding halt. The public is sick and tired of what they're being faced with, and they saw it this past election. That's why we have President Trump. That's why they're upset with their groceries costing what they're costing. That's why they're upset with gas prices being where they're at. So, yeah, look, I would do everything possible to continue to support where Speaker Johnson is going to fight against the Democrats. I'm glad Elon Musk called so many out with the ridiculousness of what the Democrats were expecting to see in this bill, whether it be pay raises or building a bunch of labs that nobody was asking for.
So, Jimmy, I just want to put a fine point on it because I didn't hear a specific answer to my question. But would you be willing to go for a government shutdown if you're faced with an unacceptable, in your mind, continuing resolution?
If it means saving our country, then, yeah, we bring this thing to a grinding halt. It's not ideal, but just as you said a minute ago, essential services will be put in place. But, it's time to call out the bad apples. It's time to inflict some pressure on these Democrats who just want to be obstructionists, who do not care about the cost of living of what everyday American families are facing.
Now, let's talk about what you could bring beyond for the people of your state to the Beltway. You come from a state and you were deeply involved in all the financial machinations that led you to have not just a balanced budget, but a surplus, a nice, healthy surplus with zero income tax in your state. Do you think you could somehow bring that message of what you folks did right or have been doing right in Florida with your budget to the folks inside the Beltway?
Well, what I feel in my heart is what I know, and I've always governed by, is the people of the citizens of the state of Florida spend their money better than government does. I've always said that about Tallahassee, and my new mantra is going to be making it loud and clear that the people of Congressional District 1 spend their money better than Washington, D.C. does. And as long as you keep on running it through this Washington filter or this government filter, or this Florida filter, then that is lack of dollars that are going into the everyday family's home. When you can't have home ownership, that's a tragedy. And right now we're at a crossroads in our country where we have forgotten who the customer is. The customer is the...
Well, did we lose him? All right. Okay. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to ask about whether he put tax extensions first if he was elected to... did we get him back? Oh, we did. Jimmy.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, good. You froze for a second on us, but I got to ask you, we may not get income tax down to zero like you have in Florida, but the tax extensions and the extras that Donald Trump campaigned on, like no tax for for overtime pay
Tips.
or for tips, et cetera. Does that take top priority, considering the issue with the budget that we have going, considering the fact that we haven't licked inflation yet? Would you put that as the top priority, extending the Trump tax cuts?
So I think it's incredibly critical you extend the Trump tax cuts. If we just reflect on what this nation looked like, our economy looked like in December and January, December of 2019 and January of 2020, this economy was white hot, single-digit unemployment. People were happy. COVID hit, crushed our economy. I think we have got to work as hard as we can to get back to that type of consumer confidence where we are being revered by other countries around the world, where our citizens are not afraid to make investments, to create jobs, to grow our economy.
So tax extensions, priority number one in January 20.
Yes.
All right. Jimmy,
yes,
you're
sir.
on the record.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Good luck to your race. You got a lot of backing behind you. Appreciate you coming in.